two sides of the same coin. The two harmonious partners that keep our nerdy asses excited and entertained to experience a new story. Me? Personally, I've always preferred the anime. It's just the way I am. Quite literally, am just built different. And by that, I mean I can't read.
Fuck books. Books are for pussies.
No.
Go hit the gym.
But every now and then, I dip my toes into anime territory and check out some tasty new manga. And before I know it, I'll get completely sucked in. Sometimes I'll lose like 4 hours just flipping through these pages in awe. And it just reminds me that my favorite anime spawned from these amazing stories drafted in comic form. I remember that it's not always about the flashy animation, amazing music, and stellar voice acting.
Think of a big black man chasing you! Hey yo, what the fuck?
Sometimes it's just about the simplicity of the art in reading these amazing stories. So why do I read the manga? Because I want to know what's next.
Because I want to fit in.
Who's gonna be the next Jujutsu Kaisen, the next Spy Family, the next Attack on Titan? Can we actually even identify who's gonna pop off next? Well, if you just stick with me and allow me to work my magic, you might just find out. I'm gonna be using my undisclosed, extremely complicated algorithm, and we can dive in and find out who might be sitting at the top of the anime world in the next few years. So today, I'm bringing you my top 5 manga I think will absolutely take over when they get anime adaptations. Starting with the actual easiest choice of my life, motherfucking Chainsaw Man. Honestly, there's not much to say here. Everyone and their mother knows that Chainsaw Man is a massively popular series. Whether you've read the manga or you're waiting for the anime, you know it's gonna be huge. Now personally, I think if adapted well, this will probably be even bigger than its Mappa Studio counterpart, Jujutsu Kaisen. And if you don't believe me, just ask these Makima stands. I'll let you suck on my titties. Riding straight off the coattails of Chainsaw Man, literally and figuratively, comes Dandadan. Now this right here? Yeah, that's dialogue straight from the manga. That's literally how this manga opens, with just absolute chaos. And I'm sure this insane writing style is something Yukinobu Tatsu picked up from his former mentor, Tatsuki Fujimoto. So the story basically goes like this. We got this baddie, this girl named Momo, and then we got this nerd, this dude named Kin, aka Okarun. They get in this TikTok comment section level debate about if aliens or ghosts are real. And I'm sure you could have never predicted this, but they're both right. Aliens, apparitions, legendary mythical creatures, ghosts! So they both get special powers through very questionable means. Momo almost gets her eggs harvested by aliens, and this bitch possesses our main character. Oh, and did I mention? Her name is Turbo Granny. So basically this dude becomes the Flash. Oh, no. This manga is just so wacky, entertaining, and fun to read. And it has some of the sickest double spreads I've seen in like, well, a couple of weeks, I guess. It just has such a good art style that truly showcases how fast-paced and well-presented some of these fights are. Like, look at these details, bro. Is your favorite manga this fucking sick? What's great about Dandadan is you have those intense moments followed by the goofiest shit you'll ever see, then followed by some extremely heartwarming moments. It really just has so many things to like about it, including one of the main plot drivers being Ken losing his balls. Yep, that alone guarantees you this will be a banger when it gets an anime. You guys remember Tokyo Ghoul? Yeah, me too. Those were the days. I would just sit back, relax, drink some coffee, and read some... Now, if you know anything about me, which you probably don't, you'd know that I'm a massive Tokyo Ghoul fan. Like, massive. And Sui Ishida's work was absolutely one of my favorite manga experiences of all time. But the anime was probably one of the worst pieces of trash garbage that I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen an anime adaptation fumble the bag so badly. I cannot express honestly how just terrible this shit was. All that being said, the anime was still wildly popular. You couldn't walk into a Hot Topic without seeing some sort of Kaneki mask or some shitty t-shirt that said "I'm a ghoul" on it. Tokyo Ghoul's manga was such an amazing story that it still carried the anime to an extremely high level of popularity. But what if the anime was actually good? What if I told you we might have a second chance? Choujin X. The newest manga project from Sui Yoshida could be the answer we're looking for. This manga has the same amazing artwork, storytelling, and charm that we all loved in Tokyo Ghoul. But in this world, Choujin are superpowered humans who do one of three things. They become good guys, they become bad guys, or they lose themselves and become uncontrollable monsters. Or they just become based and hate capitalism. The manga has a ton of similarities to Tokyo Ghoul. Like Kaneki and Hide's friendship seems to be a thing he wanted to replicate in Tokyo and Ozma. Tokyo basically is just this wimpy kid who doesn't seem like he'll ever amount to much, but his best friend Ozma, on the other hand, is just that guy. So if we fast forward a bit, Ozma ends up getting them in a situation where they're just getting curb stomped by low-tier Choujin. But the opportunity to juice up just presents itself. Unfortunately, the Choujin serum doesn't work on Ozma, but it does work for Tokyo. And a few sick manga panels later, we see Tokyo taking his first Choujin form. And you can tell this is a Sui Yoshida spread because look at that menacing badass artwork. Now if this gets the respect and quality adaptation that Sui Yoshida's caliber of work deserves, and it will easily be a masterpiece of an anime. That is, if they actually do it right. Have you ever read a bunch of shonen manga and been annoyed that the main character is always like 12, 13, 16 years old? If that's you, that means you're fucking old, and this manga is perfect for you. Kafka Hibino, 31 years old. Yep, I said that right. He's 31. It's just some dude who's a janitor for literally when Godzilla takes a shit. But he always dreamed of being the main hero. He wanted to be in the Kaiju Defense Force. He's another one of those guys who just wanted to be him.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Kafka wants so badly to join the Defense Force because he and his childhood friend Mina Ashido, they made a promise to each other that when they grew old, they would both join the Defense Force together. And only we know that Mr. Janitor here didn't make the cut. And now it turns out that she's currently the captain of Division 3. After finding this out and being motivated by one of his younger co-workers, he finally gets his chance to take his shot at the Defense Force one more time. Before that even happens, he somehow swallows a parasitic kaiju and it turns him into this thing. This action comedy is exactly what you'd expect from a classic battle shonen series. Punching monsters, huge massive guns, giant axe sword thingies, discount Levi, and anyway, this manga to me kind of feels like One Punch Man meets Attack on Titan meets Godzilla. If you're up to date with news, then you know that Kaiju 8 actually has already been confirmed to get an anime. And if this is adapted well, I could definitely see this becoming another household name. Oshi No Ko. I read the first 3 chapters of this and almost dropped it immediately. A doctor is basically a massive K-pop stan, and his bias suddenly gets pregnant. Then he fucking dies and gets reincarnated as her child? Reading the very beginning of this manga, I honestly couldn't tell if the massive fan base was like trolling, was it a joke, or like what was going on? Only later did I find out that it was written by the same author who wrote Kaguya Wants to Be Confessed To. So only then did I truly give this manga a fair shake. And as it turns out, it's still shit. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's actually a pretty decent manga with like a good amount of social commentary. But the main reason I wanted to bring this one up is because it has a massive fan base, like Chainsaw Man level of fan base. And that right there is all you need to know that there's gotta be something special about this manga. So when its anime adaptation comes out, which it will because it's already been confirmed, it will definitely blow up whether you hate it or love it. Everyone loves a little controversy, and this might be that perfect storm to bring that controversy, along with an actual good story for once. I'm looking at you, Rent-A-Girlfriend. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention one last thing. The only thing you really need to know to predict a massive anime success is manga sales. So yeah, all these series have great manga sales. No shit.